Jamie Kennedy. Subscribe to my man, Destination Station right now if you want the best content.
Well, the title just gets straight to the point. What's up? Welcome to Destination Station. As always, I'm Destin. Thank you for clicking on this video. Subscribe to Destination Station if you want Scream, Halloween, and everything in between. If you're into horror, you're in the right place. And follow me on all my socials. I got all the links down in the description down below. And I have a new sponsor. I will plug it in here in just a little bit, but you can skip right over it, so don't even worry about it. But there is a new Blumhouse horror film on the horizon. And when I saw this, and I was like, if that's not the most basic ass title for a horror movie, or any movie for that matter, there's something wrong with the children. Okay, just straight to the point, right? And yeah, there's something wrong with these kids. I saw the trailer once I saw it being released, and I know this is like a hybrid movie. This is like a Blumhouse presents with MGM Plus, like with Epix Films or something like that. I don't know, I don't have Epix. And I didn't even know MGM Plus was a thing, but apparently it is. And this is really, yes, this is exactly something that Blumhouse would release, and especially in January. And I don't think this had a theatrical release. I'm not quite sure, but if it did, I'm pretty sure it was pretty limited. The movie is not a very high budget. It's okay, all right? This isn't, I'm not going to give away spoilers because that's really all it has to offer at the end of the day, because where this movie goes, you know, there's something wrong with the children, and there's something wrong with this movie, because this movie, I don't think it has like an identity crisis. It doesn't know exactly what it wants to be, and I'm not like hating on the movie to 100% or anything, because there are moments of this movie that are enjoyable, but there's like this weird 80s score, which, you know, it's really compelling. You know, the title of it, the title card that comes on, it's just just the tone is kind of, it doesn't really match the movie really. I mean, yes, this is like a new horror mystery, and that's what it unravels throughout the thing, but like the way the movie ends, it just feels so unsatisfying, and that's the only way I can explain it, is that I was like, okay, hopefully this ending is really gonna take it home. And it feels like one of those endings where it's like, oh, they must have ran out of budget, so they ended it just like that. And some of the design, some of the CGI, some of the practical effects on this really doesn't look realistic to me. I felt like they could have done better. So yeah, I don't really think that this was a expensive movie to make whatsoever. But this is, I'll just give you the synopsis. It's a family takes a weekend trip with longtime friends and their 2 young children, but they suspect something supernatural when the kids behave strangely after disappearing into the woods overnight. And yeah, it's like that.
Just give me a second. I want to talk about our new sponsor, Dubby. Dubby was nice enough to send me over some products that they have, and I wanted to try them out before I actually recommended them on my channel. And now, after I have tried them, I can honestly say that Dubby is some of the better energy supplements that I've had that is out on the market. These don't give you any jitters, no crash. If you need something that's like just a quick pick-me-up, if you're anything like me and you're dragging in the morning, or that second half of that day, you need something to pick you up to go to the gym, or maybe even make content creation right here like I am, it's really clean energy. There's no artificial coloring, and Dubby was formulated to give you focus and energy with no jitter or crash. Our formula contains vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including the patented neurofactor. So yeah, there's a lot of different stuff that's formulated in here that doesn't give you those jitters. So if you do want to try it out, I have a link down in the description of my video. You can get 10% off of your entire purchase if you use 10% code DES10. It's play on my word. I know I'm Destin. DES, DES10. Get 10% off. I highly recommend the Galaxy Grenade. This is really, really good. But they have some other great flavors, and I think they just dropped blue raspberry. So go over there and check them out. The link's down in the description below, and don't forget to use that 10% coupon DES10 DES10. All right, back to the content.
Look, I'll just tell you, you got two couples, and two of them have these two children they bring along, and the other two don't have children. And there's this whole dynamic of like, the girlfriend and the wife, like they talk and they talk about like, well, you had children and now you can't do anything. So it's like, and then the other one's like, well, I want children, but my husband doesn't. And there's like this whole thing of like, why to have, I mean, it's like, it's asking pretty much our audiences, like why have children? You're giving away some of your freedom, but there's also enjoyment and other things by seeing them grow up. So like, as a parent, I kind of see those things. Like, I understand it, I think as a regular viewer, I think y'all will too. But even if you're not a parent, but there's not a whole lot to chew on here, because they all go out and they walk out into the woods, and they come across this like abandoned ruin. It's like a ruin, and they could decide to crawl into a hole and with their kids, and I was like, that's not very believable. And then something, there's this like pit, there's like this hole that these kids are kind of drawn to. Like, one of them starts getting a bloody nose, the other one feels like they just want to dive in. Something is hypnotizing them. There's an energy that's pulling them down, and you don't know what that is. And so they leave. Later on, they go back to their cabin, and in order for this other couple to rekindle their marriage, because they're having some marital issues, the other couple with no kids are like, hey, we'll take your kids for the night while y'all can have a night to yourselves. And so they're very thankful right then and there. And then the girlfriend's also thinking that maybe this will convince my boyfriend. I can't remember. That's how like forgettable this movie is. I can't remember if they're married or not, but I'm gonna say it's her boyfriend. That's why she thinks that this is going to show him like, hey, it's not bad having children. Maybe convince him some way, And then while they're watching the kids overnight, they wake up the next morning and they realize that they're missing. So they go into a panic mode, and I'm telling you the whole movie here pretty much. It takes a long time for stuff to really get going. Even though that this movie's not long, it kind of feels long because just there's not a whole lot going on. It's just, if you watch the trailer, you pretty much seen the entire movie. And so the boyfriend, he panics and he goes running out into the woods. He thinks that they, went out into the woods, and they don't want the other couple to find out. So he goes to the ruins, and he sees that they fell in. And then he sees their bodies at the bottom of the pit, and so he's freaking out. So he's coming back, and he's calling his girlfriend on the phone. It's like, hey, something happened, whatever. But when he gets back to the cabins, the kids come running out the cabin, and like nothing ever happened. So, but then things start to unravel that something's not right with these kids. They're grinning. They got that evil smile, kind of like, it kind of gives you feels of like Village of the Damned, Children of the Corn, something like that. But those movies do it a little bit better. There's always, like, I've never been that interested in these creepy kid movies. I don't know what it is. The Good Son was really good, but we're in a time where it's like creepy dolls. We got Megan, we got Chucky, we got, that's really what's creepy. Kids don't really ever creep me out. So I'm never like really like excited to see a killer kid movie, or something's just not right with little Jimmy over here or whatever. There's always some January, we get one like every year or every other year where like some creepy kids are doing something, or they're psycho or whatever. But anyways, that's kind of like what this is. And the boyfriend, I can't even remember their names. I'm bad with names. But the boyfriend is starting to realize there's something wrong with these kids, and they're starting to like taunt him a little bit, and it's making him look like he's unstable, and he's kind of aggressive towards the kids, and he's trying to tell them like, no, there's something wrong here. Well, then something really happens, and I'm getting into spoilers here. If you don't want to know anything, click off of this. But like this video before you head out. But then the little boy of the kids, he ends up dying, and so the parents are very much like upset. There's like this tension between both of the couples, like get out of here, and then the husband's like, I'm gonna prove this. He's trying to tell them to come out to the woods. They don't believe him, so he goes out by himself. He goes out there, and then he comes back not right. And so yeah, this movie, it just, and then the little boy comes back to life, and like shit just hits the fan. I'm not gonna tell you everything, okay? That's about as far as I'm gonna tell you, because if you do decide to watch this movie, it's a rental. It's a Redbox. Is Redbox even a thing anymore? Wait till Netflix or get MGM Plus if that's a streaming service that I'm not aware of, or Epix or something. Watch it there. Get your free trial. Watch it, and then this is a one-time watch. Yeah, this is not something that you're gonna. This is like one of those throwaway horror movies in January. But you know, there are moments that are enjoyable. Okay, so but just go into it with very low expectations. And if you're just looking for something to scratch that itch during this time while we wait for Scream 6 to hit theaters, then you know this is it. Or for our next big horror movie, you know, this is it. And hopefully we get some better ones along the way. So anyways, 2023 looks like it's gonna have some pretty good horror films coming out. But guys, have you checked out There's Something Wrong with the Children? What did you think? Do you agree with me on these topics, or did you really enjoy it? The acting, they have some pretty decent actors in it. They got the one guy from Midnight Mass. You got the girl from she was like Final Destination 3 and Silicon Valley. And they're good actors. Just sometimes I feel like their line deliveries are bad acting. The kids aren't that great of actors either, and kids usually aren't that great of actors. But I feel like a lot of these lines delivered is like the first take. Like they didn't take more than one take, you know? It feels like, it just feels like it was just like a quick film being made. You can make this movie in a few days, in a week. So yeah, you're pretty much in one location the whole entire time, besides going to the ruin. And if that's even what it really is, a ruin, just check it out. Let me know what you think about it. I'm gonna quit babbling. Let me know if you check out There's Something Wrong with the Children. Yeah. Kids just aren't scary to me. I don't know. They just aren't. Maybe that's just the dad in me. I'm just not scared of kids. Anyways, this is Destination Station. Like this video. Subscribe to Destination Station if you haven't already. And follow me on all my socials. Also, there's a link for my sponsor. You get 10% off in checkout for W Energy. Use 10% code DES10, DES10. It's like my name, Destin, but it's DES10. Okay. Anyways, I'll see you later, or I'll see you on another time. Peace out.
Bagels and go to Destination Station. This buddy is the bomb. Love it.
Yep.
Fucking A.
Yep.
I had to say that for a reason.
Freddie, take that, motherfucker.
All right. Okay. Fuck you. Yeah.
Hello, sinners. It is I, Father Evil, and I invite you to Destination Station on YouTube.